Hello everybody, it is me on the second channel with no lights on, and I didn't set up my chat. Oh boy, way to go. Okay, now we got chat. Hello Loki, hello Dave, Johnny, Dishipu. Nice to see you all. I was sitting here coding, and I thought I should live stream it. Need, excuse to do stuff on my second channel. So, you all love watching me code. It's just so wonderful. Just so good at it. So what are we doing? We are... This is my RGB Touch. This is running the normal firmware that ships with it.
Menu.
Yep.
Play.
And so this is all in Platform IO, and it's a really complex project. It just grew out of control in terms of different classes for all the different functionality and lots of files. And my plan was to always make a simpler version of all this that's like a single Arduino library for RGB Touch. Hey Richard. So that's what I started working on. I've done very little so far. I'm just working on the class, moving stuff over from the Visual Studio Code project a bit at a time. It's pretty big difference in the project. Like if you look at the source, this source folder, right? There's all the touch stuff is independent, and there's 4 files, and then there's all the display stuff, and then there's all this audio stuff, and it's quite a complex project. And I appreciate that people that have grabbed an RGB Touch and wanted to work on their own firmware probably have looked at the project and gone, oh my god, that's just too intimidating. So my plan was always to make something simpler, but it still has to be a library. I don't want to have just a single Arduino thing that's just got a million things in it, because that's also going to be daunting. So the idea is to wrap all of the functionality into just a straight RGB Touch Mini class. Hopefully you can all read that, and make it easy for people to use it and to extend it. And I probably won't get everything into it. I'll probably skip audio for now, and I'll skip the IMU and whatever else, and just get basic. I just want to get basic display and touch stuff happening. So yeah, that's what I'm working on at the moment, and I thought I'd share it, because why not? And I'm pretty sure it's not going to do anything right now. It won't even compile, but that's okay. That is okay. So there's going to be jumping around between the two projects for the time being, and also I want to change the way I do a lot of the stuff. Also, for those that aren't aware, Mr. England, Chris White, has contributed a mini battleship game, which is a local multiplayer battleship So I've got the local multiplayer, the tic-tac-toe game that I shipped. There's also a Battleship project in here as well. And a lot of work has happened in Battleship to improve actually doing the multiplayer stuff and everything. The local multiplayer, there's been a lot of changes. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff to move over, and actually want it to actually be a rewrite. I'm going to change a lot about how it works in this, because yeah, as I said, it's really complex. So I'm just moving bits and pieces over as I'm going right now. I'm trying to keep it neat if I can. Neaty. No promises on any of that. I'm going to need next touch. But I could probably just rewrite a lot of this stuff myself. But if I get it in there, if I get a basic thing in there, so I don't have any of these. I should have got most of this boilerplate stuff done first before I started the stream. My plan is to not do stuff like all the... I'm not trying to replicate what the shipping demo is in Arduino, because it's way too complex a project. I want to just do... I mean, look at my touch code. The touch code is pretty full on. I can understand why it's hard for people to understand, because it does a lot. Not only is it does a lot, but it tries to optimize what it's doing, and there's so many different modes. Unexpected coffee, yes please. There's so many different modes. Look at all. I mean, this is all the one big. That's one big function for doing touch, because it has to handle recording and playback for the sharing. It has to have, like, it tracks, yeah, a lot of stuff, and I think we can really simplify it. If we don't need the recording, if we don't need the playback and the recording, which I'm not going to have in this, I'm not going to do any of the ESP Now stuff or anything, it's just going to be basic single device stuff, then I can really simplify everything. Really simplify everything. So that's the plan. Touch. Oh my god. Touch functions. See what happens? Straight away I can't type. Okay, so we're going to hack the crap out of this now. Process touches. Definitely a bit complex to follow. It's very complex to follow because it, as I said, it does a stack of stuff. Like it tracks the touches that you're currently touching and the ones that are already there, so it doesn't double record them, because I don't want to double record touches for the, right? Like double track the touches. Anyway, it does a lot. It does a lot, and we're going to simplify it completely now. I'm getting rid of all the different modes. I just want to get a basic thing happening. So we don't want that. We do have the next touch stuff. We don't care about recording or recording setup. We're not even gonna track the touches in this. I'm gonna keep it really simple. So we don't want any of this. So this is all playback stuff. So on that, don't know if we need touch count yet. We need to grab those, go through the matrix, reading the column, reading the row. We're tracking these for orientation change. I may eventually do that, but right, something I need to check first is, has the updated fast LED version been up yet? GitHub fast LED. Last week. Okay, does this have the support for 3.0 2 weeks ago? Well, it's got C6 support, so I'm assuming it's got the new support now. Whoa. Okay, so I'm hoping. Okay. Double take on the day. Hey Rob, how you doing? Yeah, this is my second channel. I hope it's my second channel. So we've got fast LED I'm grabbing here. I'm using fast LED, not Adafruit's NeoPixel library. Hey Alex, it's got much nicer color and stuff. But I don't know what version I've got here. So I'm doing this in Arduino because it's an Arduino library. I don't want to have all the, fast LED is great, but it's only just been updated to work with Arduino Core 3. Okay, install. And there's going to be stuff that I don't, see, like I've modified the NPR121 library a lot in my projects. It's separate source. Wait, I also need Neometrics. Oh, I don't have any of these. This is a clean install of Arduino. Okay, I'll grab all those. So I should do this. Library Manager 3.94 or later. No, that's this one. It's marking these Library Manager so people hopefully will grab them from there. Probably not going to do that for now. PR121. Okay. So one of the things I do in my source that I don't have to do now is I track, not only do I track the touches, right, but so if I got a point. So every time I touch the device, I add a point, or I check to see if the point's already there. If the point isn't there, I add a point, and if the point is there, I update its lifetime, and I do all of the fading out. So all of this stuff that you see, the fading, is all done by the point, iterating through the points with the lifetime and fading them out, right? But I don't have to do that with the new version of Fast LED, because the new version of Fast LED, there's a fade option where I can just fade the screen, the display, so I don't have to worry about extra touches. Anyway, it's really cool. It'll simplify a lot of stuff, right? So I've got this retouch, right, where I set a color and then I reset the fade amount and I track whether they're dead or not. So you've got this fade step. This is all for playback and recording, but I don't need that now. So yeah, as I said, I can really simplify this in a big way. Hello Peter, can only lurk for 5 minutes. Clean Arduino oxymoron, yeah, sorry. Hope you're well, Peter. Okay, so what we're doing. Okay, we're not going to worry about orientation. I'm not even going to track the points. So this has got swiping. So if I'm going to do swiping, we need to track the points. But I'm not going to do swiping. Not for now. I just want to get a basic version happening, right? An interactive display. Yeah, okay. This is interesting. Okay, I'm just going to clean all this up. As I said, that was for flipping. Flipping. Okay. Read I, read J. And keep a track of the touch counts. Actually, no, we don't want to do that because, see again, I'm not going to have any buttons, I'm not going to have any of that. Okay. Wow, I'm going to butcher the crap out of this. Bye. And we don't need this. Bye. Okay. I'm not going to create a point. Serial.printf. I'm just going to track touches for now so I can make sure the coordinates are correct, and then I'm going to sorry, lots of scrolling up and down. I'm just double checking. Okay, good. Where did I scroll? Are these all right? Okay, look at that. That's all my touch thing is for now. I'm not actually displaying anything yet. I want to just be able to print the X and the Y. I'm not checking any of this code, whether it's going to compile or not yet. And we're going to do it every 50 milliseconds. We don't need that. Count is touch. I don't know why we don't need a touch count, but that's okay. Cool. Okay, so I don't think we need a begin anymore. What did begin do in? I think it just set up the display. Yep. So I don't need that. See all this icons and buttons and all those things. Magic sand. Okay. So I think we want display power, clear, set brightness, fill screen. Let's grab these. display functions. Set display power. Have I got that one? Set display power. No. Okay, so we've got set display power. Yes. We don't need to begin. Okay, so fill screen clear. The ones that I've got. So fill screen cleared, set display. Set display, so fill screen. I'm going to put them in order just because why not? So the same. Clear, and these, a lot of these can be cleaned up. Display, right, and then set brightness. Set brightness. Again, I'll clean a lot of this up. See, target brightness. So it's designed for fading in and out. So if I set the brightness to 100 and then set it to 10, it fades it down to 10, so it's not jarring. But all that type of stuff is probably just unnecessary for now. Update, show, and show text. Update, show, and show text. There's show, which is going to be completely different. Update, which is going to be completely, look at that, different. Whoa. Because they're all the different modes. And show text. Wow, these are going to be, there's going to need a lot of cleanup. A lot. Just like the other stuff. Okay, show. Let me just rename them. Update. Show text. Okay. So show. This is just doing all the orientation stuff. That's doing the brightness changes. How funny. So that is now show. For now. And brooding and fun. Okay, and this is all the different modes. And you know what? We are only going to need that's have to be rewritten, but bye. Okay, clean the function up. So we're not going through the touches. We've already displayed. You know what? We don't even need an update. I'll tell you why. Because we're going to do it all in the touches. So let's go back to touches. This is the whole point. We're going to go matrix.draw I, j. I know it should be x, y. Doesn't matter. I, j. And it's going to be whatever this color is. So that's going to draw. We don't have to track it now. So I'm just going to draw it, and we're going to draw it and fade it using fast LED. And so I don't even have to clear. I'm just going to, oh, this is crazy. How much simpler is this going to be? I need to fix all these up. No, don't need that. So, do I have a next redraw? Probably not. Display related variables. Next redraw. Oops. Oh, what happened then? Wow, I must have hit. Do I have something on my mouse? No? I don't know what happened then. I must have hit a key combination that did something funky. I don't even know if we need to track a next redraw separately to a next touch, but that's okay. We don't have the current color. How is that tracking color? Where was I tracking the color? I mean, look at the update loop. So complex. Display current touch color. Okay. I don't know why I need to do that separately, but okay, and then the last one was show text. Which we're not going to do anything with right now. So so update and show. So show doesn't do anything really. But we still need to yeah, let's do it. If it's less than 50, return. Okay. So I don't know if we need a separate update to show, honestly, but we'll see. Please rename col to color. I thought it was column.
Fartman says, hello everyone, you're blessing us with another stream this week. Awesome, grinning face.
I am, but unfortunately for you all, it's coding. And Arduino coding. Is that better, Johnny? You happy with that color and okay? That's actually an index, by the way. That's a like a color wheel. That's not actually a color. And I'll probably change that later. But that's how I do the cycling. Right? See how it changes color as I'm going? Because I'm increasing the index like 0 to 255, and it cycles around. That's how it's like a rainbow, right? So that's what that's doing right now. We can change that later. Okay, so here's the thing. Every time we do an update, the thing that's not in there is we're going to do a fade. Hang on. I gotta remember the syntax. If I can find it. So I was doing completely different fading. I had all these fade functions. Back to the good old VGA times. VGA? What? Oh, it's fade to black. Right. Sorry, it's this one. Right, that's what I need. So I wrote all of these color extensions for doing fading. Oh, it was full on. Don't need any of those now. So it's not fade, it's a built-in macro. So it's fade to black, LEDs, number of LEDs, and that's the step. So every time this is called, it'll reduce them by 20. Let's make it 10, so it'll be a really slow fade. Oh, you're talking about, right, palette. Yeah, no, it's different. That's for, yeah, palettes. This is not palette. This is just using the, you know, it generates a 565 color. Based on an index, that's all, to generate a rainbow, but it's very low precision because it's a 565 color. And that's one of the reasons I'm not using Adafruit's library, NeoPixel library, because that's all 565 color. And with Fast LED, it's not only is it full color, but I can use all the different color modes, you know, like HSV and whatever. So yeah. Okay, so in here we're going to do RGB Touch dot and so I don't even need to pass it the color. I'm not going to pass it the color. And these return bools, but that's okay. I'm going to just for now. So the aim is to keep this as simple as possible and do all the heavy lifting on the back. So yeah, I don't want to do that. The only reason I was doing it separately before was because, again, I was recording and I was tracking it separately, and I needed to know what the value of the color was at any particular time for recording and playback, but I don't need that now. So this can just be that, and I can just increment in here. Yeah, palette animation, color cycling and stuff is very cool. James Sharman's got a lot of really cool color cycling stuff for his computer, 8-bit computers built. Okay, return and update. Right. Okay, will this compile? Probably not. Let's see what happens. Let's see what's broken. It's my first time I'm trying to compile it. It's going to take forever. No, it will not. Okay. Oh, Arduino, isn't it? Oh my god, Arduino. Can't spell Arduino in the Arduino IDE. So I meant to do this a long time ago. Sales of my RGB Touch Mini have been 0, as in very, very, oh, look at all this, jeez, okay. Since the launch, I think I've sold 1 since the launch. And I think it's just partly because there's not enough good demo software, and just accessibility for people is low. So this has been on my list of things to do for a long time. External RGB Touch. What's wrong with that? Expected initializer before. Wait. Don't tell me that. And then, so these are all going to error now because of that, probably. Because I didn't have a semicolon at the end of the class. How stupid. So yeah, my aim is to come up with this base, and this will work inside Platform IO as well, right? So okay, good. Oh, a little FS. Oh, I commented that out, didn't I? Okay, we don't have Tom Thumb, and I got rid of little FS. Okay, I'll put that back in just for now. It doesn't like Tom Thumb, and then what doesn't it like? Where's Draw Pixel? Virtual void frame. Oh, it's not display. I don't need that because it's not a separate class now. Yay. Okay. So that happens when you copy and paste. Okay, catch you later, Peter. Bye. Hey, Graham. One Aussie goes, one Aussie arrives. No change to the hardware. What? Of what? Of the RGB Touch? No change. If that's what you mean. This is just an Arduino library thing. It's an accessibility thing. Wait, that won't work. Damn it, forgot to do that. Tom Thumb was not declared, yes or no. What's wrong with this? Void number leads equals. Wow. Doesn't like that to be a these errors really shit. What did I miss? Display powered. Oh, did I not copy that over? Set display powered. Right, and they aren't going to do anything for now. And, oh, I thought I must have copy and pasted over it by accident. Must have done that. Sorry, just got an email from Yaz, I had to read it. Just spotted a constant expression, really neat feature when you don't want to define. Set display, oh, I do have it twice. Right, but then what's it complaining about? Ah, display powered. That's what. I don't have a display powered. Okay. Oh, hang on, I haven't got cycle touch color. Come on, faster. Compile faster. Oh my gosh, what the hell? Return false. Read. Right. Okay, I'm missing a few things still. And I knew it would be. Read. Read row, read column. Yeah. And I don't have those, so and what, doesn't like matrix size either, or is it just, what didn't it like in that printf? No overload for draw pixel int int. Int is ambiguous. So what does it want instead? Oh, right, it wants RGB, RGB color. Oh, okay. Yep, just hold on one sec. Right, this is the downside of using the downside of using fast LEDs, you can't just pass it an index, color index, like you could in the NeoPixel. So I have to do, I've got this conversion that I do, but that's for the fonts. I might have a version. Green color. So you have to do a lot of color conversions. Okay, so I'm probably going to have to do something like this. Okay, we need to go. Need to convert that color index to a new range because of the HSV is a bit different, and then we need to go color equals that, and then we're going to pass it color. This is for Johnny. I'll wrap all this in a function once we get this working. Okay. So if I'm going to do the index the same way, just for now, it has to be passed to an HSV. It has to be passed to the H channel, the hue channel of HSV. There's no way of doing a rainbowy NeoPixel, what they call a wheel, color wheel. Can't do a color wheel with fast LED. Oh my god. Now, what doesn't it like? The matrix size. What's wrong with matrix? I can't do matrix size either this way. Or just not have it. Oh, I don't have it. Interesting. And matrix size. It's 12. This is how you code, folks. You write some code, you compile it, find the errors, try to fix them, compile it, find the errors, try to fix them, rather than just reading your own code and trying to make sense of your own code and fixing your own code without compiling. Let the compiler tell you what you've done wrong. That's called lazy programming. Oh my god, what now? Color's my friend. Not on Arduino, it's not. Read column was oh, did I not put these? Oh my god. Actually, I can go here. Private. What an idiot. Okay, what else? Come on. Fix that. Yep, fix that. No, function named. Okay, come on. Write code, fix bugs while adding 9 new bugs that are harder to reproduce. Yeah, right, yeah. Crazy. I just want to be able to touch and see something on there and have it fade automatically. That's all I want. Oh. Serial.printf. Really? Printf. That's our only error now. Okay. So let's see if we can compile and send it and see what happens. So my plan, I don't want anyone to freak out, okay? My plan is to get this going as feature rich as I can in time for my stream next week, because I thought about, I started on it a while ago, but I didn't want to add it to the projects in Platform.io because it was too complex. I want to make a little, kind of like an old school ASCII based, but it won't be ASCII, it'll be color dot based, like like hack, a little RPG or like I want to be able to have you're a dot and you're moving around a maze and you're finding things and collecting things and fighting monsters, but doing it all just with color and dots.
Unexpected maker. Play.
That's okay, that's just reflashing. It reboots when it goes into flash. Uploading. But will it upload? There it goes. Why does that take so long? Okay, do we have any serial output? So what is that doing? Did I actually do a serial begin? Bet you I didn't. And we're going to put a delay, 3-second delay on it. Oh, bring. Really? 3-second delay, just to make sure serial is going, because this will print stuff. Let's try that again. Oh, this whole wait. So anyway, yeah, I want to do a, my plan was to do a little, like a hack and slashy type. Really old school. Really old school. But I want to do it, I'd like to do it multiplayer. Not local multiplayer, but online multiplayer would be really cool. But basically you've got a maze. You can see the maze on the display, and you can move around through the maze. Just by touching the corners, we'll move in a direction. But it'll be turn-based. I want to do it like really old school turn-based. So let's say an enemy is red, and treasure is gold, and you're green, right? You're a green dot, and the maze is white, whatever, right? So you're moving around, but so when you move one step, then any enemies on the screen will move one step. Okay, columns, rows found. Oh, okay. So we're getting output. I'm getting output, but it's not displaying anything. How do I clear it? It's not scrolling. It's not keeping it at the bottom. That's really annoying. But anyway, it is tracking that, but it's not showing it. So that update should be. What's if I turn that off? Maybe it's fading too quick. At least the touch is working. Anyway, I wouldn't mind playing it with that, making a little hack and slashy type old school game. But yeah. Don't know. It needs to get sound introduced back in again. It needs to get kind of like a menu system back in again. It needs multiplayer stuff back in again. But if it's not going to have things like recording and stuff, yeah, and it needs syncing of networky stuff and whatever. I don't know. I just want to see if I could just doing a maze and moving around in a maze. I thought would be fun. That's all. So why is it not? Framework again. What error? Check wiring. What? Didn't boot that time. Didn't do it that time. Let's reboot it. Found. Okay. But still not displaying anything. Oh wait. Set display power. Maybe we should set the display power to true. I'm actually not even going to use that function. It could actually be off. I can't remember what the state is. If only we had faster compile times. Bet you the display was off and that's all it was. And I can turn the fade back on. See, this process update doesn't even really need to be there. I should be doing it in here, and this should just be called process. So the end of this, I should be calling update. And I don't even need to know the touch count, really. But anyway, so if I call it process, that's putting it back there, that's annoying. No, that wasn't it. Still no display. Okay, we'll do a begin. Well, it's turning it on here anyway, so didn't need that. And display power should be false to start with. Yep, okay. Output, do that. Begin, set brightness. Because I faded up at the start, don't I? Okay, well that will make a difference. Bloody hell. Catch you later, Dave. Thanks for joining. I think I found the problem. My logo fades up at the start with the other code base, so it starts brightness at 0, and I never set the brightness. So I've now set it to 155. Don't know why 155, but anyway. Right, and that should just be process. Okay, this should show me touches now. With the fade. So I wonder why when it errored before and said it couldn't find row columns, it didn't go red. It didn't go red, it did go red, but the brightness was 0. I am feeling lucky. I reckon this is going to work. I do. I think it's going to work. We're going to have something on the display this time. Or not. Oh, we do. Look, look, look. And it's got a very slow fade. Very slow. And it's not cycling the color very well. Very slow fade. Okay, so let's fix the fade rate. I had it at 10. 50. Yeah, wrong, Australian YouTuber. Don't do that. Right. There was a reason I didn't want to call update there. Because I'm exiting early here for the touches. That's a good point. Okay, so RGB Touch update. Process and update, whatever. I'll change how that all works later. This way I can have a different update rate for the screen to make it smoother. Okay, but we have touch working, we have display working. I'm not initializing the audio at the moment, and I'm not initializing the the IMU. I'm not initializing any files, or I've got little FS there, but so one of the things that the main project, like in Platform IO's got, is a custom partition table with a very big partition table for storage. I don't have custom partition table ability here really. Oh, actually, I think you can. There's a way to have a file, a partition table, I think, included. Anyway, for now this is fine. That's better. Okay, maybe a bit too fast. Bit too fast. Because I'm now calling it twice as fast. I'm calling it twice as often. Right, with the with that. So I want this to also be slower. It also doesn't look like it feels like it's missing something sometimes. Maybe this needs to be more often as well. If I push them, it's fine, but sometimes, like that looked fine. Sometimes I just feel like it's not. Like there'll be one column where it's just skipping it. See, if I'm too fast, it's skipping, I feel like. So I need to make that more faster as well, the polling on that faster. Okay, I'm going to also get rid of the log. The log slows it down dramatically, the logging to the console. Okay, this is a good result. So, yeah. So a lot of functionality to add, but the core functionality is there. As in touch reading and displaying. Now I want to get, where is my, I want to recreate this, not the hello world, the hello, but the oops, my matrix, you know, this spinning stuff and all the patterns. So I've made a whole lot of patterns and stuff. This is all the CircuitPython. I want to redo all that as part of this library. I want it to kind of, you know, if you don't touch it for a while, it starts spinning and doing stuff. And I wouldn't mind, well, that's nicer. There you go. Fix that. See, now it's nice and smooth. This kind of feels like my PIO project now. So I want to do this, but wherever you touch it, that's where it spirals from. I thought it could be nice. But yeah, that's going to take, but I want to do it dynamically. Like I want to have them dynamically generated, like calculated. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think everyone knows David's phrases. It's still so much fun. So now that this is in Arduino Core 3 and working, feel like it's missing some sometimes. Not sure why. I guess it depends where I'm touching it. So now that this is an Arduino Core 3, what's interesting is the Core 3 has the new ESP Now serial functionality, where you can connect to another device like serial begin, and you can just display stuff. Wait, is this me? No, right, okay. So that was left over. You know how you can just do a serial.print, right? Or you can do a serial.read, so you can get input from here. Well, it's exactly the same, but it's between two ESP Now devices. Seems to miss the same column. Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? Like this one here. But I think it's depending on how fast I go. See, it's not missing now. If I go really fast, if I go much faster, that's where. So there's obviously a time step thing. I need to do. It's missing. I mean, that's pretty quick. Like, I don't know what people would be doing this for. Just going to wear out the PCB, right? But if I slow that down. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Like right now, if I just hit that, it's going bang, 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 bang. Like it's every 25 milliseconds, it's hitting whatever I'm touching, right? Which is too often. Like you can see, I'm not sure if you can see the edge of the color. Hang on. Let me see if I can get it so you can see. Okay, if you see that, you see the cycling really quickly, the colors? Because it keeps reading the touch, like every 25 milliseconds. But that doesn't happen on my other system, like in my other code, because it's not a new LED it's hitting every time, because I'm tracking them all, right? So I know if they're duplicates or not. But that also has overhead. So yeah. Not sure. Could also just be this unit, maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, those columns are working. I don't know. I don't know what overhead this has. Wouldn't think it's got much. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's reading through 144 things every cycle. I could probably skip this because I should know from here. Like these should be 0 if there's nothing there. Equals 0. And it's going to be they should both be 0, but if one of them is 0, then actually no. Return false. So that should skip. The skip touches. Maybe, I don't know. So this returns in the uint 16 like a value, and then my read column, it shifts it, right, to know which column it was. Yeah, seems to be the same. It's like it can't keep up. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, random stream. Hey, Matt. Yes, a random stream. A new simplified Arduino library for RGB Touch. A not feature complete one, but a simple. At least my code to trap the touch is working. I wonder if I want to try something. I'm going to if I just draw a straight color without any of this conversion stuff, I'm just curious to see what that does. I know it looks like it's the same column. I'm wondering if the wrapping of this is a problem. Maybe the color I'm getting back isn't right, or something. Something wrong with the current touch color. Not sure. You see that? That's what it should have done before when it's got no rows. I don't know why it does that sometimes when it reboots after it's been flashed. What the? That was weird. Okay. No, see, it's still doing it. So it's not the color conversion. It's got to be the speed. So the speed of touching. So out of curiosity, if I make this 10, it's not random, it's unexpected. Yes, it is unexpected. At a random day. Excuse me. Yeah. Come on. They should do like a bounty thing for anyone that can speed up Arduino compiling. The Arduino team should put a bounty out. This is crazy. Well, that looks better. So it's an input rate. Okay, well that seems to be fixed. That's why you stopped using it. Why'd you stop? What? What are you talking about? Matt, what are you talking about? I stopped using what? Your RGB Touch? Oh, Arduino. Oh, how funny. Okay, so let's put back the rainbow color. Okay, so that's better. That's working. I don't know if I could bother doing anything else today. Curious to know how bright. Put 255 and put the color back on. My kids keep taking the RGB touches and doing random paint challenges. Really? How cute. You should take a video. Can you take a video of them doing it? Not for public, just for me. I think that'd be cute. I wouldn't mind seeing that if you're up for that. So for those that don't know, Matt's Pro Engineer has bought 2 RGB touches. We bought one and his kids were fighting over it. So he bought another. And I think he was going to work on hacking some stuff on it, but his kids won't let him touch it. So that's pretty cool. Very cute. My kids, on the other hand, they go, that's pretty cool, bye, and they walk away. Not interested. Not interested. Okay, that is, but cycling way too fast now in colour because of the touch speed. So that's the only downside of updating the rate, is that it's very rainbowy now, which I guess isn't too bad, right? But it's like you get double the rainbow. Looks funky though. And the fading's weird, using their fade thing, it's weird, isn't it?
Alan Madsen says looks great.
Looks great. Looks great. How, Alan, how you doing? Make it so that you can hold down a corner and slide up and down on the other side to adjust the color cycle rate. Right, so right now this has no functionality, right? So I know you came in late to the conversation, but I'm good. I'm good, Alan. Thank you for asking. The point was to take all of this. Well, good one, Sion. Was to take all of this code, this full-on everything code, right? And like all this buttons stuff and everything else, and just get rid of it all and make a really simple project, which is what I've done. But it's got no button tracking. It's got no ability to know where I've pressed in terms of a button or anything. So, there's no menu, there's no press and hold, there's no sound or audio. For now, it's just a basic sort of how I can make that better. It's just a basic library to start with. Right, I will extend it and add more, but I don't. But for now, the more that I add is extra peripherals, right? Getting the audio going, but not all the speech stuff and sound effect stuff and everything, right? Just the ability to play a beep or whatever to start with, or to go to the internet and play something. Like I don't even have any Wi-Fi stuff in this, or ESP Now stuff or anything. I'm just trying to make it really simple, where everything is encapsulated in one library that's just 2 files, right? I want to turn this into an Arduino library that people can grab from the library manager. And so I can keep it updated that way. So will it eventually have all the functionality of the shipping demo? I don't know. Probably not, because there's a lot of stuff. Like so there's touch buttons that need to be tracked. There's this whole recording system is not there. I'm not even tracking points like I do in the shipping demo to do the recording. So there's no record and playback. There's no ESP Now for sharing stuff. There's no local multiplayer anything. All the display stuff. There's none of these icons. Like right now, I don't want to put any of those things in, because if I do, either it becomes a library that no one can follow or whatever, like it's just going to be insanely out of control, or it's just going to turn back into this shipping project. So, the audio class, but all those clues, even the audio class is pretty full on, right? Playing waves, playing voice files, playing, beeps and notes and like for the piano and stuff. So I just wanted it to be really simple. Because not everyone needs that, right? If someone just wants to make, for instance, a HID input device, right? Well, all they need is the ability to touch, display something and send the thing over. Send it via Bluetooth or USB or whatever. Well, no, not a base for them to necessarily build upon, because it'll be a library. Well, they can fork it if they want to. It's a base for me to build upon. I want to add lots of functionality to it, or more functionality to it, but without adding complexity. Like if you look here, like this is the main loop, right? Forgetting about this, which is just showing an error state when it boots. This is it. That's the entire loop, right? Now there's no deep sleep support. There's no whatever. But if you look at the main loop here, right? This is the main, right? Look at this. This is the main loop. Not the main loop, but you know what I mean? This is the main file, the main class. It's out of control because it's got all these menu classes for press and hold, all the icons, and then left and right for the menus, and you press on a menu item and it changes the display, and it's got all sound, and it's got callbacks, and you know what I mean? It's complex. It's more of a mini. I know it sounds terrible. Like it's a mini operating system code base, really. You know what I mean? And it's too complex. Like it's too much. Right? You got different play modes. You got different menu modes. You got different this mode, that mode. It's full on. It's too much. It's too much for most people to have to jump in and learn and understand. Right? Point tracking for swipes. Oh, yeah, like it's a lot. ESP now, UDP for sharing, like it's just recorder classes. I mean, the settings class is just pretty full on, right? For all the things for loading and saving settings. So yeah, keep it simple, bit by bit. I'll add some basic functionality in. And I'll add functionality. Like right now, this is just processing touches and then showing them, right? But I can add functionality where people can draw pixels directly into it if they want to. Like they don't have to do it via touch. You know, there could be a set pixel, right? And you can give it an X, Y, and a color. You know, or wait, let's say set pixel, draw pixel could be draw rectangle. You know, I mean, technically, I could give them access to the base class. I could give them, so I could say dot I could make it public. I don't really want to, but you know, you could do that, and so people can do their own stuff as their own code. I don't know. Anyway, menu systems always become exceptionally messy. So they do. They unreasonably messy. And then just the state system in this is just insane. Like you've got, like not having any device orientation stuff because that's just complex. But you got modes, play modes, menu modes, settings modes. All right, it's just it's too much. It is. It's just too much. Yeah. And once I get this going, I can also put this into. It can be used in Platform IO as well. If someone wants to work on just a, you know, whatever in Platform IO, they can still use this Arduino library.
Cian, Chad has disconnected.
Yes, okay. It's back. So, yes, when you give users choice. And it needs to be extracted to separate classes like the effects I did for... No, I don't agree. That's the whole point, Johnny. That's what I did in this project. And now there's too many classes in too many files that all have to be... They've all got dependencies on each other and, you know, and it's got a... You know, including this... gives you cyclic redundancy for this and blah blah blah. I totally disagree. I totally disagree. I've already got all that. What I want is a simple, like a normal Arduino library that you load it and you just access the functions on it and done, and it does everything else under the hood. Yeah. I want this to be simple and easy to extend and maintain. And if someone wants to like fork it and extend the library, they can. Right? No problem. But you will allow me to be wrong? It's not wrong, it's overkill for this. I don't want lots of files. Like, there may be more than just CPP and a .h, whatever, I don't know, but I don't want to add code complexity and abstraction and stuff. It's polarizing for people that don't know how to code. Oh, you're talking about my original stuff? Well, my original stuff is all broken down into its own classes. What do you mean? Classes or structs, right? Same. Like, point does it all its own stuff, right? Ripple does its own stuff. You know, the same with icons. Alright, there's a ball. I'm using structs, not classes, whatever. There's a ball that, you know, for the bouncing ball stuff, does all its own stuff. But encapsulated into its own classes. No. I don't agree on that, because it makes it really hard to then add a new mode that requires special functionality that then isn't there for the other things. You got to go back and then fix all the other classes every time you want to go and add something. A class should be, a mode should be an enum, I believe. There's nothing worse than having to go back and just add more and more and more and more, even if they're just abstract overrides, whatever, back to all the other classes that you've already done for all the other modes, just for the new that you're not even using, just to make it compatible with the new functionality. It's just, again, and it's intimidating for people. So, but anyway, it doesn't matter. It's the nice thing about coding is everyone's free to code however they want to code. But okay, and then, but what's if that effect has new functionality that needs new internal functions and whatever that your thing needs to be able to call, and those don't exist in all the previous effects? How does that happen? But yes, I know what you're saying. It's fine. That's just one way of coding. I just think, again, it becomes really... It's fine if you know what all your functionality is going to be at the start. But... Okay, I've been going for an hour and a half. I think that is all I'm going to do on this today. Maybe. The audio... Virtual callbacks, I'll just call it empty method so you don't override it. Right, but that empty method won't be there for all the other ones. Like you got to either go back and add them in, or you got to, like, you know what I mean? You're adding it to a base class and then it's overwritten and it's overwritten and anyway. Anyway, whatever. Sure, all good. Audio. Yeah. I don't know if I want to do audio now. So I've got all this web stuff that I haven't even started working on a web server for it, which I haven't done. Oh my god, so many things. Anyway, okay, I'm going to call it on this for now. I'm going to go make myself a coffee, and then I'm going to... Don't know what I'm going to do. Don't know. Something. I'll work on something next. Something that isn't code. Thanks everyone for joining. Appreciate it. Stopping by. Doing our coding debates. Coffee, yes, it's time for coffee. Coffee number 2. Yeah, it'll be coffee number 2 for me. Although I'm feeling a bit dehydrated, so I might stick with my water. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Okay. Click like or else. It doesn't matter. It's a deadish channel. It's never going to get the channel's never going to get monetized, and it's like so lost in the algorithm. No point. All good. Don't understand. Neither do I, Graham. I'm just pretending I do. But yeah, I don't. Okay, bye everyone. Take care. Have a nice weekend.